Now then, people, it's Joe, it's all Leeds TV, and it's time for your Leeds versus West Brom post-match chat. It's 5. Leeds absolutely spanked West Bromwich Albion 5-0 down at the Hawthorns. Spanked Big Sam, spanked Little Sam, spanked the whole of Birmingham, whatever you want. Leeds come away 5-0 winners against anti-football, against Big Sam and West Bromwich Albion. And look, where are all the naysayers now after that spanking, that humbling that we got against Man United? We took it on the chin. People couldn't understand why Leeds fans were so accepting of the fact that that had happened. Well, this is why, because since that game, we beat Burnley 1-0 and we've spanked West Brom 5, 6 goals scored, 0 conceded. Just look at the other team as well. Prior to the Man United game, we scored 5 past Newcastle as well. Add them up. It's like 11 goals scored, 2 conceded against teams that were expected to beat. Yes, Man United were better than us on the day. They have a better quality of player, and the only way that we can compete with them is by adding quality to this side. There is nothing wrong with the system, and tonight shows you that. 7 out of 10 outfield players have either scored or assisted tonight for Leeds United. West Bromwich Albion had 1 shot on target, and that 1 shot on target came from a mistake from Meslier after a mix-up between Ayling and Click. Meslier, poor passing to Calvin, nicked away from Dean Garner, but he made a double save. So the 1 shot West Bromwich Albion had was due to an error made by our goalkeeper. He was probably the only one who had a little bit of an off game in terms of his distribution, but everyone else was absolutely fantastic tonight. And that's for them that say, oh, you know, you should maybe go the Allardyce way. That's the way to go. Well, stick them up your arse, because look at what we did to them tonight. And that's no disrespect to West Brom. It's just I'm more angry at the collective, the whole media, the whole shite that gets said. This is why Bielsa ball works. 7 out of 10 outfield players either scored or assisted tonight, you know, and then West Brom had 1 shot on target, and it was only due to an error from Leeds United. You know, this is what it's about. This is what Bielsa ball's about. 4 different scorers tonight. You know, 16 out of 18 points available against teams that are in the bottom half of the division. You know, against, you know, the so-called bottom sides. Yes, we might get spanked by Man United. Yes, we gave Liverpool a great game. Unlucky to come away with nothing. Yes, we drew with City. You know, Spurs at the weekend is a free hit as long as we do what we're doing to teams in and around us, and we're showing that. And that top half finish is still well on. You know, people at the Times talking about Leeds could get, you know, dropped into a relegation battle and all this sort of shit. Well, have that. Take that. Go home with your tail between your legs, because that's what Leeds United and Bielsa did tonight. He's absolutely shut up the doubters and spanked West Brom. Look, it was a great start by Leeds from minute one. From minute one, we took control of the game. Calvin playing high up. You love to see it. I thought Pascal Ayling just marauding into midfield. Mr. Progressive pass himself, just laying on. I thought Dallas on the right-hand side was absolutely fantastic. I think he's coming for some special mention from Bielsa as well tonight. Everyone was, Alioski, man of the match, deservedly so. What a finish. You know, Jack Harrison as well. Everyone was just fantastic tonight. But let's go back to the 1-0, the first goal. Sawyers getting West Brom off to a terrible start. Big Sam did not look happy. An own goal and an absolute gift for Leeds United, because the first goal in this game was absolutely crucial today. I don't think, you know, West Brom would have scored for a month of Sundays. I mean, let's be honest, when we're 4-0 up at half time, and this again is the difference between the styles and difference between the coaches. Sam Allardyce brought Matt Phillips off for Branislav Ivanovic, a striker or your attacker for a defender. He changed a little bit later on Grant for Pereira. Yes, Pereira's an attacking man. I feel sorry for Pereira. He's not going to get sniffing this side, and he's an unreal talent. Bring him to Leeds, get him over here. We'll take him off your hands. And then, of course, a little bit later on, he brought on Kravinovic for, who was it now? Dean Garner. You know, so they had no outlet. No attacking threat at all towards the end of that game. As a West Brom fan, you must be fuming. But again, it's down to the press. Constant pressure from Leeds. Press. Rodrigo and Rafinha put Sawyers into a bit of a hole. He looks for Sam Johnston. Sam Johnston's already left his goal to offer him a pass. No luck, no communication. Bang, in the back of the net. Leeds United are 1-0 up. A little bit later on, Alioski has an absolutely unreal finish. Alioski just had one of them fantastic games tonight. It was absolutely unreal. Sometimes he flatters to deceive. Sometimes he's very frustrating. But tonight he was on point. And you just knew, as soon as it dropped for him, this is the thing with Alioski, when it drops favourably for him and he's be able to smash it with that left foot, he can score some beauties. He scored them against Huddersfield. He scored good goals before. For me, it's sometimes where he's got to think about it, or if it's on its right-hand side or it don't bounce favourably, know that it's going in Rose Ed. But tonight, when it left his boot, you knew it was going in the back of the net. Sam Johnson's a good keeper, but he couldn't do about anything about any of them tonight. It left that left boot off the post, in the back of the net. Leeds United a 2-0 up. It didn't stop there. Of course, it didn't stop there. I was really impressed with Pascal Strout tonight as well. I just wanted to say every time he, came out with the ball, he was looking for Rodrigo. Rodrigo was picking it up in pockets of spaces. Arguably his best performance for me tonight in a Leeds United shirt. And same with Pascal. I think Pascal gets better and better and better. And know this, I know Liam Cooper's our captain, but Liam Cooper's going to find it hard to get back in this Leeds United side with Pascal performing like that. Captain or no captain, Bielsa will be like, look, the kid's performing. So, Cooper's got his work, cut out getting back in ahead of Pascal, because I was that impressed with him tonight. KP, Ayling, I could just name them all. I thought they were all fantastic. But yeah, the third goal, what a beauty that was. What a great finish by Jack Harrison. He has got a wand of a left foot. He has got pillow feet, and he has got a great control and great touch. And it was a great 1-2 with him and Bamford. Bamford laying on an assist. Could have scored tonight. I think Ivanovic made a good block. But it was great to see them two combining. Harrison bringing in. He took a touch round Furlong. See you later. 1-2. And a lovely little turn as well in the box and top bins. And it was a lovely way to pass by Bamford as well. He's technically so good. He's technically, come on, leaps and bounds. He's 10 times the player that we bought from Borough. I used to get stick off my Borough mates for what we paid for him. Now look at him. Absolutely unreal. I love Paddy Bamford. 10 goals, number of assists. Just an absolute unreal centre forward at this level. Unreal. And English. Should be getting an England call up. So that's 3-0. 3-0. Wow, can it get any better? Yes, it can. It can get 4. Rodrigo actually started off this move. Rodrigo plays it into KP. KP, it goes into Click. It works its way over to the right between Dallas and Click. Rodrigo's made a blistering run, about 30-40 yards, unmarked. Midfield nowhere, Conor Gallagher nowhere, Romain Sawyers, who had a stinker, nowhere. I normally think he plays all right, but he had a stinker tonight. Rodrigo, yes, he gets fortunate, it comes off O'Shea, but it was on target, probably was going in anyway, let's say it was, just for argument's sake. But Rodrigo scored, and I thought he was fantastic tonight, and he started off that move. How many times have we seen Rodrigo start off moves and look to finish them? He does it all the time with Harrison, and Leeds are 4-0 up at half-time, absolutely sitting pretty. It took a momentous Leeds that for us to lose all 3 points from that point. And then the substitutions come, and that's what makes me laugh. Ivanovic for Matt Phillips. That's the difference, I know people might have wanted Bielsa to change it at Man United, but we went on and we could have scored more there, but this is the difference. As a West Brom fan, you're thinking, well, that's it, we're done. 4-0 at half-time, which you probably think anyway, but at least go out on your sword, at least have a go. Wasn't the case. He swapped Ivanovic for Phillips. Thought him and Bamford had a decent battle, to be fair, and Bamford did well against him. Experienced pro in Ivanovic. So obviously Meslier makes an error. I think Click took a knock. I'm hoping it's not serious. Him and Ayling had a few words as well. As I say, Meslier tries to play it out to Phillips, put him in trouble. He did that a few times tonight, if I'm being totally honest. So, Meslier wasn't great, but came for everything. Got his fists on stuff. He made a double save against Ian Garner. And that was their only shot on target. Of course, Shackleton came on for Click as well, and I was buzzing to see Jamie Shackleton playing in his favoured position. Didn't do a lot. Didn't really go down his side. I don't think it went very much down the right-hand side, I felt, in that second half. But yeah, it was nice to see Shackleton given a chance in his preferred position. And listen, dealing with balls into the box. I know they didn't have a lot of corners, but this has been the great thing as well. Obviously labelled that as we struggle from set pieces. Me as a fan, I've all said that. And then we've come up against Burnley and West Brom. Arguably the two teams you look at in the division that are going to say they're going to go long, they're going to look for balls into the box. And we've dealt with them. I know West Brom didn't get sniffed tonight, but we dealt with them against Burnley. We've had 2 clean sheets on the bounce, scored 6 goals, 6 points. What more can you ask for? Nice to see the Magic Man come on as well again for Rodrigo. Absolutely pulling the strings he was. I just love that guy. And then on the stream, I was talking about on the stream, Dallas, brilliant tonight on the right-hand side. And he set off the move for the 5th as well. Set off running in. There were so many times where there was so much space for Leeds United defenders to run into. They were just allowing us to do it. Pascal, Ayling, Dallas, Alioski, ball carrying, Mr. Progressive Pass, Ayling doing it 24/7. But Dallas this time started the move off. Lovely 1-2 with Jamie Shackleton. Ball into Rafinha. Rafinha does Ivanovic, and it's a lovely finish from Rafinha, who again was great tonight. And at 18 million, what an absolute snip we have on our hands there. Look, Costa came on as well. Nice to see him, come on. Hopefully it gives him a little bit more confidence, because he's looked a little bit devoid of it after the last few games, and we haven't seen much of him. So it was nice to see him come on the pitch as well. But look, fuck the naysayers, the people that have a go at Bielsa's system. 7 out of 10 outfield players have either scored or assisted tonight. 4 different scorers in tonight's game. 16 out of 18 points ones against bottom sides in the division. Sitting in 11th, sitting pretty 12 points away from relegation. Not that far off the top 6, if we're being totally honest. Is Europe back on the cards? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely unreal. I love you, Bielsa. I love Leeds United, and I love every fan that watches All Leeds TV. Thank you so much. Please smash a like on the video. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes on this video. Share, subscribe. It's free to do. Hit that red button, subscribe. You'll be notified when videos are live. And yeah, watch out for our live player ratings, which will be with you shortly as well. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, 5-0. 5, it's 5. Thank you now. Have a nice evening. Have a great new year. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.